Welcome to our collection of La Fontaine's fables. Today's story is The Sick Deer, and this is a retelling of the classic fable. These timeless fables may seem simple, but each one carries a powerful lesson for listeners of all ages, young and old. Now listen closely and enjoy the story. At the end, we'll have a fun activity to help you think about its message. In a quiet green forest, where sunlight filtered through tall trees and the wind whispered softly through the leaves, a deer lay still in a shaded clearing. This deer had once been one of the strongest and swiftest in the whole forest. He had danced across meadows in the spring, outrun storms in the fall, and grazed peacefully in sunlit glades. He was wise and kind, admired by young and old alike. But now he was sick. His legs trembled when he tried to stand, his breaths came slow and shallow, his appetite was gone, and his eyes, once bright, were dim with weariness. So he lay down under his favorite tree, hoping for rest and quiet. But quiet would not last. Word of his illness spread quickly across the forest. "Did you hear?" whispered a young doe to her friend. "He's very sick." "Oh no!" cried a buck. "We have to visit him. He's always been so good to everyone." One by one, and then in groups, deer from every part of the forest came to see him. They brought him clumps of grass, small sips of water, and words of comfort. "Don't give up," said one. "You've always been the strongest," said another. "He'll be up and running in no time," added a third. They gathered around him, fussing, whispering, pacing nervously. Some wept, some prayed, others just stood and stared with worried eyes. At first, the sick deer was touched. So many had come to see him. He gave a small nod and tried to smile. But as the hours turned into days, the crowd grew larger. More deer arrived, distant cousins, old acquaintances, and even a few who barely knew him, but didn't want to miss the event. Soon, his peaceful glade was packed with hooves and voices. He couldn't rest. He couldn't sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, someone was nudging him or sobbing nearby. At last, in a weak voice, he said, "Dear friends, thank you. I know your hearts are kind, but please let me rest. Let me go in peace if it's my time." But no one listened. "We must keep him company," they insisted. "He mustn't feel alone." So they stayed. And they got hungry. At first, they nibbled quietly on a few leaves, just a little here and there. After all, they had come a long way. Then they began eating the grass in the clearing, then the low branches, then the berry bushes nearby. "It's just a little," one said. "He's not eating it anyway," said another. "Besides, we need our strength to comfort him," added a third. Day after day they grazed around the sick deer, slowly eating through everything he would have needed to get better. And when they finally left, each one offering final words and farewells, the clearing was nearly bare. The grass was gone, the branches stripped, the berries vanished. The sick deer opened his eyes to silence at last. But there was no food. No strength left to find new grazing, no help. He was alone and weaker than ever. His sickness might not have ended his life, but the noise, the crowd, and most of all, the thoughtless kindness of others had done what the illness might not have. He died not only from sickness but from hunger. Great job sticking with the story all the way to the end. Now it's time to see how well you understood the moral. With a fun multiple-choice quiz, you'll find the answers in the comments section. Take your time with the questions, And don't forget to leave a comment below to let us know if you enjoyed the story. Your feedback really helps us improve. If you liked it, show your support by hitting the like button. It truly makes our day. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Thank you so much for being with us.